Greetings, YouTube universe. My name is Jerry. Welcome to IMO, in my opinion. This week's video is actually my first YouTube video. I hope you find it enjoyable and informational. This will be a brief review of the Shure M97XE phono cartridge and a discussion as to whether or not, in my opinion, it's worth the current price. This video is also aimed at those of you who may be new to vinyl. Welcome to the vinyl community. Now on with the review. As I mentioned, this will be a brief review of the Shure M97XE phono cartridge, and brief because this cartridge has been out since about 1997, at least as I could tell from the information available on the internet. It's a very good cartridge, very well-rounded, very good sound. It has a frequency response of 20,000 Hz to 22,000 kilohertz. For those of you new to vinyl or audio altogether, the 20,000 Hz is the low end of the audio spectrum, the bass. The 22,000 kilohertz is the high end of the audio spectrum, the treble. And as you move inwards, that's where you get your mid-range. Again, the mid-range on this cartridge is phenomenal. It really, whatever kind of music you like to listen to, those vocals will really come through. Bass is very tight. Treble, as some reviewers have mentioned, is rolled off. And being rolled off simply means it's not as, I would say, in your face as some other cartridges. It's there, but it's more subtle. Another nice feature of this cartridge is a stabilizing brush. It's a brush that actually rides on top of the record grooves. It cleans out any dust that maybe your cleaning didn't remove, and it also helps assist in tracking, I'd say very slightly warped records, and some say that it improves the surface noise if there is any on your record. You can use this cartridge without the stabilizer, and you would track at about 1.25 grams. With that stabilizer, you would track at about 1.75 grams. You can go plus or minus, like a quarter of a gram according to the manufacturer recommendation. I initially mounted this cartridge on a Realistic Lab 400 turntable. Again, the bass was very tight, mid-range was good, but the treble was rolled off. There wasn't quite as much treble as I would like, but I thought that's just the way it goes. Now, the benefit of the treble not being too harsh or in your face is it's a very listenable cartridge. You can listen to this cartridge for hours and not have any fatigue. I did decide I wanted a newer turntable, so I ended up purchasing a Audio-Technica LP120. I put the cartridge on that. It didn't really sound any better, and I think the problem with that particular turntable is it has a built-in preamplifier, and even when you select it to turn off, it still goes through the circuitry, and I think that robbed it a little bit of the high end. So I gave it to my son. Anyhow, I later saved up and bought a dual 1229 turntable, a very desirable turntable from the, mid-60s, I believe. So it's a pretty old turntable. I put the M97XE on that turntable, and wow, what a difference. The bass was even a little tighter. The mid-range and the vocals was really, really dynamic, just really nice, smooth sounding, silky tones. The treble was more pronounced, but still not in your face, but much more desirable, much more enjoyable. At this point, I should explain that every turntable has a different sonic signature, and there's so many factors involved, but some of the main ones are the platter, the mat you have on the platter, the cartridge, the tone arm, whether it's a direct drive, belt drive, or rim drive. So these are a lot of the factors that go into your sound for the turntable. And so if this is such a good sounding cartridge, why would I recommend, in my opinion, you purchase something else? Well, in order to discuss that, we need to take a look at the selling habits of eBay sellers and Amazon sellers. I've seen this cartridge selling for as little as $200 on eBay to, about $369 for a used one. And on Amazon, I've actually seen it selling for as much as $429, $430. So why the big difference? Well, again, we need to look at the selling habits of eBay vendors and Amazon vendors. In the summer of 2018, Shure made the announcement that they are going to be ceasing production of their cartridges. Needless to say, a lot of people scooped those up and have inflated the prices, in my opinion. So again, why do I think this cartridge is overpriced? Well, I purchased mine in late 2016, early 2017, I believe. I paid $87 for it. I bought 2 replacement styli for $59 each, and I've seen replacement styli selling for roughly $200, give or take. To me, that's unscrupulous sales habits. I just think that's rotten. Now, having said all that, I do have to say that even at $87, and by the way, the original recommended sales price was $99, even at that price point, this is a cartridge that performed way above its price point. It's a bang for the buck cartridge, but you can get so many better cartridges between $200 and say $430. For about $225, you can get an Ortofon 2M Blue. I have one of those. It's on my Fluence RT85 turntable. Much better sounding cartridge, fuller. I use that for my pristine records. You can also, upwards towards the $400 range, you can get the Ortofon 2M Bronze, which is really, really good. There are also many cartridges in that price range from Grado and Audio-Technica, which, in my opinion, would perform better. I have not heard those, although I do have an old Grado cartridge, which, again, in my opinion, does sound better than the Shure M97XE. There are also many other cartridge manufacturers that sell very fine cartridges in this same price range. So I would recommend, and in my opinion, you check everything out first. Know what you're getting into. Talk to people that are in the know. See if you can listen to these cartridges. It's very hard because we don't have a lot of the brick and mortar places like we used to, where you could just walk in and audition a cartridge. So I hope that's helpful to you. So here's a quick bonus. This is a seller on eBay that is selling a Realistic Lab 500 turntable for $280 and $100 for shipping. If you take a look at the head shell, that's not the head shell that comes with this turntable. Look at this next picture. This is the head shell that comes with the turntable. So does this seller know what they're doing? Or are they being unscrupulous? Because you should know your product and sell it with the original equipment, or at least make notes in the caption that says, hey, you know, this comes with a different head shell. At any rate, tell me what you think. Do you think this is unscrupulous sales practices for the M97XE? Is this just free enterprise? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, hang on just a second. Teddy, what did you think of my first YouTube video? I didn't think it was that bad. Anyhow, give me your comments. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.